All right, so today we are going to dive deep into something that might surprise you.
Oh, okay.
ALK-positive lung cancer.
Yeah, now when you hear lung cancer,
Yeah.
you probably immediately think of like smokers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's actually what's so interesting about this type
Mhm.
because it often affects people who, have never smoked.
Right?
Younger
Yeah.
individuals too.
Yeah, and the fact that it often kind of goes undiagnosed until it's reached
Right.
quite an advanced stage makes it even more important to understand.
Yeah, it's often diagnosed at stage 4.
Hmm.
But the good news is there are treatments that can extend life for years.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where ALK Positive UK comes in.
Mm.
They're doing amazing work supporting patients and families dealing with this
Yeah.
challenging diagnosis.
Yeah, and I think what's so striking about ALK-positive UK is that they were
Mm.
born out of a need, founded in 2018
Yeah.
by patients and families.
Yeah.
It's just a real testament to the power of, collective action.
Where they saw a gap in support and advocacy
Hmm.
and decided to,
Yeah.
fill it themselves.
Yeah, it's really inspiring.
Yeah.
So for those who aren't familiar with it, like what makes ALK-positive lung cancer
Right.
different?
Well, it all comes down to genetics, right? So ALK stands for
Okay.
anaplastic lymphoma kinase,
Okay.
which is basically a gene that can mutate in some people.
Right.
And this mutation is what causes cells to kind of grow uncontrollably,
Right.
leading to this particular type of lung cancer.
Okay.
And the good news is that scientists have developed targeted therapies,
Hmm.
which directly address this mutation,
Right.
offering hope and extending lives for people.
Yeah, and so that's where the work of ALK-positive UK really becomes vital.
Yeah.
They've got this amazing online community with over 750 members,
Mhm.
and it provides a safe space for people to share their experiences,
Yeah,
ask questions, and just find support from people who get it.
exactly. Yeah.
But it goes beyond just the online forums, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What else do they do?
So they organize quarterly lunches in 12 different regions across the UK and Ireland,
Wow.
which allows members to kind of connect face to face and build those really crucial personal bonds that are so important when you're
Right.
facing a serious illness.
Yeah.
And just being able to talk to someone who truly understands what you're going through
Hmm.
is just so, so valuable.
Yeah. I read they even offer free life coaching services,
Right.
which is not something I've seen with other cancer support organizations. So
Yeah.
what kind of impact does that have on patients?
It's a real game changer,
Yeah.
Because living with cancer, especially such a serious diagnosis, it comes with huge amounts of stress,
Right.
uncertainty, and fear, really. And what life coaching does is it helps equip people
Mhm.
with the tools and strategies to kind of cope with those emotional burdens
Right.
and helps them kind of navigate the challenges of their diagnosis and maintain a sense of control over their lives.
Hmm. And then there's also their annual national conference, right?
Yeah.
And this isn't just like another medical conference.
No, not at all. It's a chance for patients and a companion to connect with leading experts,
Okay.
hear about all the latest research breakthroughs,
Mm.
and participate in Q&A sessions.
Right.
And I think the fact that ALK Positive UK covers the travel costs for people attending
Wow.
really speaks volumes about their commitment to making this information
Yeah.
accessible to absolutely everyone.
That's
I know,
really
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
They also have a ton of information available, right, on their website and
Yeah.
publications,
Yeah.
which really empowers patients to understand their
Oh,
condition,
absolutely.
advocate for themselves.
Yeah, knowledge is power, right?
Mm.
And ALK Positive UK really equips
Mhm.
patients to have those informed conversations with their healthcare providers
Yeah.
so they're not passive recipients of care.
Right.
They're active participants in that whole journey.
Hmm. Yeah, and they don't stop there either, right?
No.
They're really active in advocacy and research.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell me a bit more about that side of their work.
Well, they conduct these really insightful surveys to gather real-world data
Mm.
on patient experiences
Okay.
from the initial diagnosis through to their treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is vital because this data can then help identify areas where
Right.
care standards might be lacking,
Right.
giving them really valuable insight to inform their advocacy efforts.
So they're using data to drive change and ensure that
Correct.
all ALK-positive patients receive the best possible care.
Yeah, precisely.
That's fantastic.
And they work tirelessly, with oncologists, with nurses, even pharmaceutical companies to advocate for best practices
Right.
and make sure that all the patient information that's out there is clear and accessible. They're also involved in consultations with NICE, which is the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence,
Okay.
on the approval of new treatments.
Right.
So really ensuring that the patient voice is heard
Yeah.
at the highest levels of decision making.
It's amazing how they're really influencing healthcare policy
Yeah.
and shaping the future of treatment for this rare form of cancer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we can't forget their work raising awareness too, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
What do they do there?
Well, they've got these targeted campaigns aimed at primary care providers,
Mhm.
which really emphasize that lung cancer isn't just a smoker's disease.
Right.
They're really breaking down those misconceptions and encouraging people to
Yeah.
get their symptoms checked regardless of their age or their smoking history.
Yeah. That's such an important message because anyone with lungs can get lung cancer.
Absolutely.
And early detection is it's key.
It's absolutely crucial.
Yeah.
And they're also leveraging social media to spread that message far and wide.
Right.
So reaching a much broader audience and potentially saving lives through that.
It's incredible. As we wrap up this deep dive into the work of ALK Positive UK, it really makes you think, right?
It does.
Like, how many other rare conditions could benefit from this kind of dedicated, passionate, patient-led organization?
It's a really thought-provoking question, and I think ALK Positive UK's story is such a testament to the power of patient voices.
Yeah.
They're not just advocating for themselves, they're pushing for better care,
Right.
more research,
Mhm.
ultimately a brighter future for everyone affected
Yeah.
by ALK positive lung cancer.
It leaves us with a lot to think about, doesn't it? Like, how can we support organizations like ALK Positive UK? What can we do to raise awareness,
Yeah.
advocate for better care for people living with these rare conditions?
Yeah.
And maybe it starts with just visiting their website, learning more about their work, and seeing how we can all contribute to their mission.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great point.
Great.